Hey, chicas. Welcome to Red Lips Real Talk Podcast. I'm Jasmin.
I'm Jessica.
I'm Monica.
I'm Maritza.
And I'm Deibys with a Y. Get ready. Somos Latinas from South Florida.
Bringing you real talk
On life, love, and everything in between.
Time to get real. Dale.
This episode is sponsored by My Staffing Resources, a healthcare staffing agency. Let their healthcare staffing experts take care of your staffing needs. They specialize in matching the best talent with the right roles so you can focus on what you do best, providing the best possible care to your patients. Follow them at www.mystaffrc.com. They are also on Instagram. Feel free to give them a call at 561-402-9228. There are hiring opportunities as well. Hey everyone, welcome back to Red Lips Real Talk. I'm Monica.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year,
ladies. Woo! 2025. Woo!
It's here.
Here we come.
Yes, if you guys are listening to us on January 1st, you are a fan.
You are.
Yes.
And we thank you.
appreciate it.
Thank you.
We're really trying to get better with content for this year, right, ladies?
Absolutely.
We were actually having a major discussion about that with a lot of chocolate and wine.
Yeah, so please comment. Let us know if there's any topics that you're interested to hear about.
We want to know.
Information.
know.
We'll dig it all up and get it back.
Yes, absolutely. I'm excited about 2025.
Oh, my.
Yes, me too.
Yeah, it's going to be a good year. It has to be a good year. We deserve it.
We do.
So we have a lot to talk about for the new year coming, right?
Yes.
Absolutely.
We do. Since we're kicking off 2025, we're going to start talking about reflection, manifestation, and how we can intentionally create the lives we want and make 2025 our year.
Yeah.
You just motivated me.
I love how you said that.
We're gonna
Me
do
too.
our
year. You got me ready.
Hey, listen, I could shoot for the stars. I'm a dreamer. And I'm looking at that vision board, Monica.
Yeah,
That's amazing.
Yeah.
I love what we did there.
I like it too.
So we set up a vision board here because these are the things that we're going to be manifesting for 2025. And we're shooting for the stars.
Yeah.
As we should.
Yeah.
Because it's in a new year. It's exciting. So what did each of us put in and why did we put it in?
Well, before we go into that, I just want to say I didn't even know what a vision board was. I've heard about it, but I was like, I'm not really that girl. I don't do things like that. But Jessica had gone to your house because your sister is pregnant and is going to have a baby. It's her baby shower. And you were showing me a part of your house, like you did a renovation in your house. So I was looking at it and I see in your office, like you really have a vision board. Like you're not talking shit. Like you really do this. No, for real, because people talk shit. They're like, oh yeah, vision board, and they don't do shit. But like she has this big ass vision board. And I was like, all the things but what I liked about her vision board is that they were, it was with you and your husband's dreams together. I thought that was really, really beautiful. And it was I don't want to say what you had on it because that's private, but it was just very nice to see that and it inspired me. So I was like, you know what? We, as a cohesive group, we were like, let's do a vision board for Red Lips. So that's kind of how we got into this.
And we'll talk about that type of board because I think it's a different kind of board, but this in itself, I'm glad you brought that up.
Yeah, because
we're
I don't know what a vision board is. And maybe there are people who are listening and be like, what is a vision board? So can we talk about that?
Yeah, I think that's a good idea.
Okay. So Jess, maybe you can get into that because that's something that you incorporate in your life a lot.
Okay. So I have done these kind of vision boards, which is more like a collage. You kind of, from what your goals you're going to be setting for that particular year. And it could be for so many different things. So I've done it for myself. This is crazy, but my mother has done it. I actually got inspired through my mom to doing these kind of vision boards, which is a collage.
Oh, that's sweet.
Well, now we have the internet, so you can print out things from the internet, which I did. I contributed to our vision board and I put a YouTube logo because we want to be on YouTube and attempt to record our sessions, our episodes, so you all can see who we are and get a little bit more personal on regarding our episodes.
That
and
makes
stuff.
me a little nervous, but excited.
Excited and nervous, which is good because that's what you want. When you're setting goals, it should scare you a little bit because you want to get out of your comfort zone.
I think I have a quote on fear right there.
Yeah.
I added it.
I love that.
Be fearless in the pursuit of what sets your soul on fire.
That's it.
Jennifer Lee.
I love that.
Very nice.
So I think think like the vision board definitely is a representation of what you want to manifest. And the important thing about it is that you want to keep it where you see it
every day.
Every day.
Yeah. So my mom used to put hers on her nightstand, and it had me there. Well, it didn't. It had actually did have family pictures. My mom's did have family pictures in there, but she had like also babies, and hers was about her family. So our vision board here is about our podcast. So if you're thinking about doing one for yourself, is just grab some magazines. It's not complicated. Get some pictures.
It's quite powerful because I'm looking at it. I wish we were on YouTube right now so people can see what we're
It's
talking
beautiful.
about.
I love this
pictures.
But I mean, like, for example, there's a room full of women and there's people on stage listening to the panel, which would be, let's say, Red Lips.
That's right.
And there's like 200 people in the audience who are excited to listen to us and meet us in person. And that maybe is like, oh, we'll never get there. But yeah, we could.
That's right.
Why not? Definitely.
Like we could achieve that. We got to work hard for it, but it's totally doable. There's the YouTube logo that Jessica was talking about. Of course, Pitbull.
And I was going to say, Jasmin, tell me who's there on the bottom right.
Pitbull.
We have a picture of
beat me to
Pitbull
it.
on our board.
I love that.
Because we will interview him one day.
That's right. He's going to be sitting at this round table right here.
One day.
One day.
And we have, what else do we have here? We have inspirational quotes about women's health, women empowerment.
Yeah, reaching out to people.
Reaching out. Yeah, I think they're
Getting sponsors.
Getting
That's right. I love that.
But it's a powerful thing. So whatever it is that you want for yourself, just put it next to your bed or in your car or in your refrigerator, something that you see every
That's right.
day.
Yeah.
That's very powerful.
It is. And keep it by your nightstand. That's a big, because you're seeing it first thing in the morning or when you go lay down. Put it in your bathroom, wherever it is that you go, that you can also have like your little time of reflection. You open and close. Visualization is powerful. I'm a big visionary. I'm a big dreamer. And that to me is vital because, you know, that can take you places. That is a motivation that brings you hope to your soul. It fills your fire, fills your passion. So I think this is a tool of visualization. It's powerful.
Yeah. Vision boards they're considered trendy, you know, oh, they're popular, they're trendy, the new year, everyone does it. But there's an actual science behind it. And it really actually does work.
Oh, I'd like to hear this.
According to Dr. Tara Swart, she's a neuroscientist and an author. She says the act of visualizing our goals can increase motivation, boost our mood, and make us more resilient to obstacles. According to a study conducted by Dr. Gail Matthews, who's a psychology professor at the Dominican University of California, people who wrote down their goals were 42% more likely to achieve them. And when you add in accountability, like sharing your goals with a friend, and in our case, our audience, with each other, those rates of success jump higher. So a vision board is a visual representation of this principle, a tangible tool that we can use to visualize our goals and what we want to accomplish.
Right.
And it doesn't necessarily have to all be done within a certain amount of time. It's just something you have there that you want to get done. And it's basically pushing you to take your steps to achieve that goal so you can achieve it.
Right. It's more of a reminder. It's not like you're going to put these pictures up on the board and they're going to happen by themselves. It's more of this is what I visualize for myself. You see it all the time. It's a reminder to always put your mind and your energy towards those things that's on your vision board.
Right.
And set goals, which, you know, Jessica can share on that because she's had that board with her husband and for yourself. But there's also something else that comes with that, right? I mean, you have to set the goals. You have to find a way to stay on top of it. But I think that's more of just like a visual thing that sets in you, and without you even realizing subconsciously, you're thinking about these things. So you're bringing it into it. That's why it's important to have it somewhere where you see it all the time.
Exactly.
Because it's pushing you to do that without you even realizing.
I think you're saying a key thing. You're saying in the subconscious. And that is what you're putting. You're putting that. So basically, you're kind of like almost, what do you call it? Brain.
Programming yourself.
Programming. That's the word. Exactly. You're programming your brain.
Right.
Yeah.
Which is powerful.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
You know, because you could be in a rut. You could be somewhere where you're just not happy where you are right now in life. And you have the power within you to change that, actually.
Yeah.
You just need to do the steps. You should. And some people don't know that these tools exist, and they do. So that's great. I love the fact that, Monica, you mentioned accountability. I think that's a powerful tool. Like you ladies can share like and it could be simple things. Like my accountability comes in different different ways. Like my husband is my accountability partner, obviously in our marriage, with our kids, things that need to get done, but also in our dreams. Like there's things that we want to accomplish, and he'll be like, "Did you do this? Is it?" And I'll be like, "Did you do this? Is it? Oh wait, we need to do this. Oh, I forgot to do that. That's right. Thank you for reminding me."
Right, you're a team.
We're a team, so it's like we put each other in check, and that's very helpful, and that's also very powerful. And in the same way, like I have an example. Like let's say I want to have goals with within my health, working out, want to get better, consistent. I have my group. I have a chat group of like my friends who are like, "Oh, hey, we're gonna do this. We're gonna do that." I might have that friend that I know is struggling with like, I'm trying to get back into it, or I want to lose weight, whatever it is.
Right.
She's the person I check in with to be like, "Oh, I'm struggling this week. Like I hit a, I'm not doing so well. Like, oh, get back at it. Did you do this? Did you do your walk session? Did you do that?" So like you can utilize tools. It doesn't have to come from one resource.
Right.
I need that.
And that's
and you can
the
make
work.
those.
So, but that's the work that you're putting in, because you see the vision board and like you're saying, like we were just saying, like self-consciously, you're not realizing these things, but you see it. And now you just did that. You found a way to reach out to a group, to a friend, to make that you have on your vision board that you want to work out. And now you're finding ways to do that. You know what I mean? So it's like, it's part of putting the work in as well, just finding a way to do it.
And I think finding your people to help you with that, you have to be open. And that's part of getting out of the comfort zone is like, then that's other ways that you could actually build relationships and friendships in other avenues of your life that you probably want to improve. And that has helped me significantly in certain aspects.
And sometimes you find like, you're looking for somebody to help you in something, and then in turn you end up helping them. And then sometimes when you think you're helping somebody, you'll be like, you know what, you actually helped me. You know what I mean? Yeah. It's like that little connection that, finding the way to just reach those things and get there. You actually inspired me with the goals of, in the vision board with your husband, because I've done the vision board for myself. We've actually talked about how I did one with Red Lips when it first started at your house.
That's right.
And I've revised that board once, many years after, because I still had it, and I revised it, but I never thought to do one with like my husband. When we talk about goals, when the new year comes, we talk about the things that we want for our family, for our home, for us, whatever, things we want to do. And we write stuff down, but I never thought about doing a vision board with him. So I'm going to do that, because I think that's a good idea.
Yeah.
It's not, I've thought about it for myself, but I'm like, we need to have this up for us too. You know what I'm saying?
To see it
yeah.
I love that idea. Yeah, that's great.
And it'd be nice to even have my kids do one. Anybody can do one.
Oh, yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Awesome.
Just inspire and have, motivation and visual things to keep you reprogram your brain and stay positive.
And that's a good way to start the year.
Yeah.
So I'm like proud of our vision board.
Me too. Yeah. Should we go around and say maybe like what we envision for Red Lips and the things that we want? I mean, we have the vision board. We've called out things. But I know I have a couple of things listed that I would like for Red Lips this year. We did say sponsors. So sponsors is on my list. So if you're listening and you love us and you want to help us, you can sponsor. Definitely, studio space. We have, we would love to have like our own studio space. That's on our board actually. So, we're talking about the whole year. It doesn't mean that it's going to have, this is all happening like in 2-3 weeks. It's for the year.
Yeah,
that's right.
Short-term goals, long-term goals, and guests. We would love to have more guests. We want to be informative to you guys. We want to be fun and informative at the same time, empower you guys, and information that we would like to hear for ourselves and share with women and whoever else is listening, men too, if you aren't listening. That's great. And a live show, because Jasmin was talking about the picture that Maritza, I think you had that one, right? Monica had that one, and I like how you cut out the little Red Lips logo and put it on the stage. So guys, there's a picture of like audience, like Jasmin had mentioned before, and there's a stage, and Maritza cut out our logo and put it on the stage, because that's where we're going to be.
We should definitely post that on social.
Yeah.
So
I'll take a picture of the vision board and post it.
Yeah.
And if you guys are doing any vision boards at home, tag us. We'd love to see them.
Yes.
Vision boards for anything. Maybe you have other ideas what vision boards can be useful for. Like I didn't think about for my family, my marriage, like Jessica had. So if you have other ideas why you would do a vision board, is there any other things you guys want for Red Lips? I might have named too many. I should have probably let you guys.
I mean, the video for sure.
I should have named.
You took it all.
And I'd like to do what we did with Red Lips before too. Just social gatherings.
Yes.
Amongst women. I think I want to do our first meet and greet and
community activities.
Exactly.
Connect with our community.
I would like to do that
personally.
What about you, Jazz? Anything in particular?
For red lips or in general?
For red lips right now.
For red lips? No, pretty much everything that you guys said, I completely agree with. I mean, I always like to dream high too. You know, I always like to aim for the stars, and it's going to be a lot of hard work, but I know we could do it.
Absolutely. Yeah, we can.
We're going to do it.
We're going to do it.
It's going to get done.
Going to get done. Do you guys all like set goals in the beginning of the year of some things that you want to get done for the year? Or like, I know people call them resolutions, but we don't really stick to
I mean,
those,
some
right?
people are like, oh, resolution, this and that. I mean, Monica had the article that it shows it. We should probably share that article in our notes so people can read it and see it. But I like to think of it as a restart. You know what I mean? It's not so much like, oh, it's a resolution and this and I mean, why not? Why not do something that's positive? So it's like sometimes I hear those people saying, oh, you have a New Year's resolution, oh, you're going to do this. Why don't you just do it today? It doesn't mean that I can't do it today. It's just a restart is good for anybody. And maybe what you've accomplished this year or things you've wanted this year are coming to an end, and now you have new ideas or things that maybe you didn't get to finish this year that you want to continue the next year. I don't think there's, I like the
beginning of a year is always hope,
right? Yeah. Exactly.
It is a restart and hope that you're going to be able to achieve whatever it is you want to achieve. And maybe you're listening, you're like, I'm not going to do a vision board because I'm like that. I'm not going to do that. But I realized, you know what? It can sound maybe cheesy in someone's ears, or they see it and they're like, I'm too old for that. That's like stuff you do when you're in kindergarten, right? Like people could think that, but I'm a cynic and I'm like, no, actually, like, no, this is extremely powerful. Like when you wake up every morning, and whether it's like 2 or 3 little things that you cut out of a magazine or you print it from the web and you put it there and you see it every day, whether it's a trip or you want to start your own business, or you, I hate to say lose weight, but that's always a big one, right? Or you're trying to get it healthier. Let's use that word. And you have it there every day reminding you that you want to take that trip, that you want to start your business, that you do want to get it healthier. And you see it every day. It's something that motivates you to start that day and try and aim to those goals. And it's very powerful, you guys. So don't be a cynic like me. Like genuinely, no, seriously, like don't be a cynic like me, because these things are it's a healthy brainwashing.
Yes.
Yeah.
And, sometimes maybe vision board isn't your thing. Maybe you feel like it's a crafty thing and you don't want to do it. But, you can have words of affirmation. I know people that have done dry eraser markers, and they've written in their bathroom mirrors words of affirmations, things that you want to do. You can write little short things about maybe goals that you're setting, whatever it is. So you can write that on your bathroom, somewhere where you see it every day.
So that's pretty much now going into, that's what Jasmin saw in my office is I have a whiteboard. And I have it written out.
Right. You can write it out.
And we have it could be vacations. So our process is usually in December, like this month, we start talking about, and that's like our way of getting excited for 2025, the things that we want to do. And that can include, and that's mainly family stuff, but I also share personal things that I want to accomplish that year. And we talk about financials, things that we want to accomplish, and also vacations that we want to take. What month are we going to take them in? So usually that's what our goals include. And maybe health related or something, but for the most part, our goals have been about trips, financial things that maybe even within our businesses that we want to accomplish. I transitioned from being an entrepreneur to now taking care of my kids. So I sold my business, closed out the year with that, which I was really proud of that. That was hard for me to do.
That's a big thing. Yeah.
It was different. And also I learned a lot from that process, and it led me into now a new transition.
Right.
So, yeah. So
there you go. There's the whole New Year's coming. It's just trying to get away from people that say, oh, the whole, your New Year's resolution, you knew this. Right. Yeah. But there's things that you're closing out in this year. So now you're going on a new avenue this year because of that, or you did that because you have a plan for it, or you don't have a plan for it, but you knew you had to do it. Whatever the reason may be, it's just the new year always brings something like you said. You said a word,
it's hope.
Yes, it's hope,
I think for a lot of people, if you're having a hard year, whether you're financially, finances can really make or break you. Maybe you're not that healthy, or you have an illness, your job's on the line. Maybe you're having relationship or marital problems. I mean, there's so many reasons as why someone could potentially not be optimistic on 2025, right? But that's why it's important for you to put next to your bed when you wake up every morning and say, I deserve to be happy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a big one. Sometimes a lot of people think that they don't deserve happiness, but you do. So it could be something like that. It's okay for me to be happy. It's okay for me to sit down and have a lazy Sunday and enjoy a Netflix movie with some ice cream. It could be simple things. They don't have to be huge things.
No,
they could be small.
They could be like, I want to work on my marriage. I want things to be better with my spouse. Vision boards are what's going to be for you. But what we're trying to say as a group is that reminding yourself every day that that's what you want and you're going to work at it, it's going to happen. You may not get it exactly, but you're going to get very close.
Yeah.
I think you said something important too, that you may not even know what is it that you want.
Right.
You know, and that's tough. But writing something down so simple, like, you know what? I want to start taking a walk.
That's
I want to
it.
go outside
That's
and
it.
get some sun. I want to get off my couch. I don't want to repeat the same thing that I did yesterday. I want to do something different. I want to start. I know I was talking to somebody.
I want
the
to join
other
a
day.
book club.
I want to join a book club.
Yeah.
I want to start painting.
Yeah.
I want to start doing some art. I want to start taking hikes. I spoke to a young person the other day, and she was like, I'm in love with my university, but I want to like venture out more in the area where I'm staying. And I started going on hikes, and I was like, that is so exciting.
Yeah.
So she goes on hikes, and my gosh, seriously, life is an adventure.
Yes.
If you make it, and it's just about the little steps. So it could be you write down, and there's something very powerful. I love writing. There's something very powerful about writing.
I was gonna say, because I mean we're all kind of old school, but times have changed.
Yeah.
And I know that the younger, they're probably like, write it down, make a vision board. But you can do it digitally too.
Oh,
I mean, you don't have to write it down. I prefer to write it down as well. I agree. For me, it's more powerful to write it down. For me, it's more powerful to put,
In a vision board,
a vision board and see these photos in my face every day. But you can absolutely do a digital one. You can make a wallpaper out of it. And every time you look at your phone, you're looking at your vision board.
Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah.
That's good.
Everything's changed
I might do
nowadays.
that.
Yeah. So you can absolutely do it digital.
Yeah.
Or your affirmations could be your wallpaper too.
Right.
Yeah.
It could all be digital. Anything is possible.
And I think if you're struggling right now, whether it's with the beginning of a year could be like the ending and the beginning of the year could be really hard on people.
Absolutely.
It really can.
It is.
So if you're struggling, whether it's with depression or sadness or whatever, I think the first thing that you should do is give yourself grace and say nicer things about yourself.
Yeah.
That's a big deal. Like for a lot of people, it's really hard to be kind to themselves because they always find ways to look at where they fall short, what they haven't achieved, what I did wrong. But instead of doing that, why don't you focus and say, okay, 2025, I'm going to focus on all the things that I did right.
Right.
Yeah.
All the things that I did successfully.
Exactly.
Yeah, I mean, it's easy as taking a little notebook. It doesn't have to be that major. It can be taking a little notebook, and when you wake up in the morning, you write 3 things that you're grateful for, that you like about yourself, anything that's positive. You take that little notebook, you write those 3 things, because we don't want to overwhelm people that maybe have never done anything like this. You don't have to do a vision board and put like 20 pictures on it. Maybe, like you said, take a hike. Okay, you know what? So you're going to write on your bathroom with one of those dry erase boards, take a hike. And that could be the only thing on your mirror. Because once you've accomplished that, and maybe it just takes you 3 days. Maybe after 3 days, you're like, you know what? I've been taking this hike. I feel good. You might add something else.
Those little steps.
Join a book club and keep taking a hike, whatever it is. Right.
If you put a lot, some people get overwhelmed.
Right. Don't overwhelm yourself. And then you just write maybe 3 little things that you're thankful about or that you appreciate about yourself. Anything, anything.
And
I like how I'm
celebrate
kind, or I like my hands. I have pretty hands. It could be so stupid. And you know
But
what I'm
it's
saying?
not. It's not.
It's not, but it could be
Was
so
it you that said-
simple.
it could
Maybe
be
that's the word I should say.
The smallest goal.
Because the small
Could be
things,
any small thing.
the small
They add
things
up.
always
They add
end
up.
up being the big things.
And they add up.
There's a saying, tiny changes, remarkable results.
That's right.
That's right.
It's beautiful.
Do you mind if I play something? I heard this the other day. Obviously, you guys know who Demi Moore is.
Yeah.
and she was being interviewed by People magazine, and they asked her a question. I want to play it because it's so simple, but yet so powerful.
Impactful, yeah.
Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and play it real quick.
You know, my middle daughter, Scout, in many of our conversations, she kind of succinctly put it. She said, I want to quit wasting time focusing on all that I'm not when I could be celebrating all that I am.
That's awesome.
Yeah, and I was like, her daughter Scout's, 20 years old? What a powerful thing to say at such
I
a
wish
young
I would
age.
have told myself
I didn't
that at
talk
20
to
years old.
I didn't say stuff like that about myself. When I was 20, all I did was like, oh, I'm overweight. I'm not pretty enough. My teeth are crooked. I'm a college drop. I always focused on everything that I didn't achieve and how I felt about myself. And I feel like 2024 was a rebirth for me, where I actually started to really like who I am and feel proud of myself. And now 2025, I'm continuing on that self-love journey. But it takes people time to get there sometimes.
Oh, yeah.
And if you're in that place of not liking yourself, maybe you could just start liking yourself this year.
Yeah.
It could be something
And
as
don't
simple as
overwhelm
that.
yourself.
You can make it little goals like talking to yourself in the mirror and looking yourself in your eyes in the mirror and saying, I love you. I love you,
yeah.
Jessica.
Yeah.
Write it on the mirror. Like you
Write
said,
it,
write it on the mirror.
Like, I love you, Jess. You're beautiful. You're amazing.
You're
and
enough.
This today is gonna be a great day.
Yeah.
And just make it a habit, a goal each day to just say one nice thing to yourself.
And that's it.
And focus on that. That's it.
That's it.
Yeah.
You start that little and you'll be amazed
And
if you continue doing that. You know what I mean? It doesn't have to be a bunch of, and then you can just keep adding and adding and adding and adding. Before you know it, you're like, I have a vision board now.
Yeah, no. I mean, today is January the 1st. So if you're listening to us, maybe this is a sign for you that you're supposed to do this.
Yeah. And, they say the brain, as we all know, is a powerful thing. So I remember someone telling me things like, like things that you have to do. We all have a laundry list of things to do. And it's like, oh my God, I have to do this, or I got to go there. The changing of the word, like saying, I get to do this.
Yes.
I get to take this person there.
I think that's a good tool.
Right. That's another, because you're reprogramming your brain. And if you're saying negative things to yourself, you're going to believe those negative things and you're always going to be in a negative headspace. So saying I have to do the laundry. You can be like, I get to do the laundry. I have a family and I get to do the laundry and I love this. Or I get to go see my friend today. Not I have to go see her today because I promised her, but I'm tired and now I have to go. I get to see my friend today because I have a friend and I love her and she loves me. Whatever it is.
But it's funny because you brought up laundry and how many women complain about having to do laundry.
That's why I said laundry.
Exactly. But I just see a whole bunch of TikTok videos of people saying, man, I really wish I had a laundry washer and dryer in my apartment.
There you
I
go.
I gotta go down 3 blocks and
Mira.
So I get to do laundry.
¿Tú me entiendes? That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Esas son las cosas. Those are the things that, like, if you have a beautiful home with a laundry, with a washer and a dryer, okay, there's somebody who lives probably in a room that doesn't have a washer and dryer and doesn't have their family close by. Like, if you really just sit down and start looking at what you have and all the things you have achieved, instantly you're going to feel happy.
It's about being grateful. Gratitude changes you a lot.
It's very powerful.
I read something that said that if everybody, let's say all of us in this table throw our problems on the table,
everybody would take theirs back.
You're going to take yours back.
It's so true.
Heartbeat.
I've heard that, and it's true. It's true.
Yeah. You said something about gratitude, and that could be a goal. I know I made that years ago. That was on my checklist that I was like, you know what? I'm gonna change more or practice more attitude of gratitude. And what would that look like? And that would look like, I wake up in the morning. First thing I do is I do say before I put my foot on the ground is I do pray. And that's a tool for me. I pray, and in my prayer, I'm thanking God. I'm like, thank you for this day. Thank you because I woke up to a new day. Thank you. And that could also be a goal. Maybe, and I'll be honest, one of my goals this year is that I do want to get closer to God. Right. I want to give God more of my time when I when I have alone time. And instead of saying other negative things, I want to be like, whoa, I get a little alone time to myself. What am I going to do with that? You know what? I want to spend a little bit more time with God.
Yeah.
Meditating.
You know, it's funny that you said that because I just saw something on social media. I forgot where it was. I wish I knew the source because it was one of those days where I was just kind of scrolling and there was a brief interview. It was a lady and a man, and she was interviewing him, like I just said, sorry. And she asked him a question. They were talking about God. And she said, if you could have lunch with God, I think that's how she said it. Basically, if you were sitting down with God and you got to ask him one question, what would it be? And he said, how did I do? And it was like the most simplest thing that struck so hard.
You know what I would ask? I would ask, where did I fail?
Ooh, which is very close to how did I do?
Because I would like to know, where did I fail? Like what did I do fundamentally wrong so I can learn from it?
Right. Mm-hmm. Which is very close to how did I do? How did I do?
It is.
How did I fail? How did I do? Like, you know, what did you like? Because, you know, we're built in his image and all that. You know what I'm saying? If you're there close to God, you understand the meaning behind it, you know? But I thought that one thing, it's okay. I just thought that one thing was so powerful. That one phrase, I was like, oh my God.
I think like the attitude of gratitude is a powerful thing that you can even make as your goal. If something small, hey, tomorrow, I think instead of like thinking about like picking up my phone and start looking at my emails or start looking at social media, maybe I'm going to start the day differently.
Yes.
Have a morning routine that's different than maybe what you, and that can change your whole day.
They say that's the worst thing to do is wake up and automatically look at your emails.
I don't.
But it's not even waking up and looking at it. It's just being on social media in general sometimes because I know for a fact that it does that to me every now and then.
It affects me too.
And I'm home a lot. So my kids are older too. So I've had to adjust at the more time that I have in my hands at this moment. And it's been an adjustment that I haven't gotten used to yet. And I know it's going to, I don't want to say that it's going to get worse. It's going to continue changing and I'm going to continue having to adjust to these changes because the empty nester light is kind of watching me down the hallway. So for me, sometimes when I get into social media, like the negativity that comes from it affects me and it affects my day. And now I'm just trying to not maybe jump on it. Or when I have those 5 minutes, sometimes I'm cleaning and I want to take that 5-minute break. That's what I do. I sit down and I jump on social media and it changes my mood because I might see something that I don't like or something that I don't agree with or something just kind of like,
right.
And I feel like this is sucking my energy out. So I refrain from doing that now at times because I'm like, no, I'm just going to do something else.
That could be a goal.
Yeah. No, that's definitely, it has been. I've already been working on it.
Yeah.
And of course, more so this year too. But I'm still posting on Red Lips.
We're still doing our podcast.
But it's different. It's different.
It is.
What I do is I just jump on the Red Lips and I just focus on Red Lips. And that's it, 'cause that's my job.
All of us have a different reason on why we're so passionate about Red Lips. I think, we want to have fun. We enjoy
We have different intentions.
Yeah.
We enjoy each other's company. We're all in different phases of our lives. I learn from you. I think, you learn from me. We all learn from each other. We're still growing and evolving. But I think what's beautiful about our group is that we all do still want the same thing. We want this to grow, to empower people, not just women, because I know we say women empowerment, but to empower you with believing in yourself and to go out there and make your dreams come true. And yes, have more listeners and impact our community in South Florida and outside of South Florida too. And yes, maybe one day have a live show. Like these are beautiful things that as a cohesive group we're aiming for, but we can't give up.
No.
Anything that you guys want, our listeners, our loyal listeners, whatever it is you want, believe that you can do it. Work on it every day. Put a little thing next to your bed so when you open your eyes and you read it, you're like, okay, today is a new day. And you will achieve it. I promise you will.
If there's a song that you like that inspires you, listen to it every morning. Make it your alarm or something. Or just make it the song that you wake up to in the morning when you get in your car.
I think music is powerful. I do that. Like I'm in this funk and I'm like, I'm like, I don't want to listen to a motivational speech. It's just not going to do it for me. Or I don't want to talk to anybody.
Right.
I just need a song to just stream in my damn car.
We had a little dance. We had a little dance before we started the show.
That's right. So we're going to share it with you guys.
Like Gone in 60 Seconds when they start.
Tell me that this does not like get you going, get that blood going.
It's getting me going just knowing.
And what we won't stop doing for 2025 is singing.
No, I know. If you guys haven't noticed already,
That song in your soul.
Well, we have to be careful. We have to take singing classes now. But this is
You
a
love
wonderful.
us, you love
This is a
everything.
great way to start the new year. I hope that we have inspired you with words of inspiration. But Jessica, you brought up a good point about an amazing book that you have read several times. Let's get into that.
So we actually said that we're going to start off with our book club with Atomic Habits by James Clear. It's a New York Times bestseller. It's a great way to start your year. I actually read it again this year with a cycling group that I had, and it's an easy read. You can do audio if you're into the audio thing. I personally love to touch and hold and smell my book.
Me too.
Me too.
Me too. I like it both.
me too. I like all three.
I like it both.
I like it both.
Both. Monica, there's
like it both
three
ways.
ways. Remember?
I like to.
We can
hold
do
hard
the
book and smell it.
we can
What are we
hold
really
a hard
talking
book,
about here?
or
I'm
you
just
can do
saying.
the Kindle,
I like Kindle.
or you can
I
go
like
Audible.
Yeah, but the Kindle's not the same. It's like when you hold that hard book.
I know there's nothing better than feeling it in your hands.
It's really thick.
But you're welcome. You're so welcome to join us in January and starting with Atomic Habits. It's available on Amazon. It's an easy read. And you can actually also, it has actually an email on there that you can, has a newsletter that'll send you.
Oh my God, I have an idea.
And I love it.
I like that.
Let's do a giveaway of the book to one of our listeners.
Oh, I like
I love
that.
What do they have to do to get the book?
I don't know. Let's think. What do we want to make you do?
I have an idea. Leave a review on this. The first person to leave a review on this particular episode gets a book of Atomic Habits.
That's right. I like it.
The hard
love that.
copy.
I love it. I love it. I love it. Okay. Yeah, so you can join us in this read and get you going for 2025. It's just a tool, but it's a great book. I think you'll definitely walk away with.
Well, I'm excited to read it. I really am.
It talks about the power of small habits, focus on systems, not goals. So you make a little system for yourself to accomplish whatever you want to accomplish.
Yeah.
There's laws of behavior change that he goes into. Environment design, which if you change a little bit of your environment, it helps.
Absolutely. I believe that.
Identity-based habits, because you know how we all have our own identity issues. And habit stacking, which he goes into, which is a good tool.
And he actually gives you a
I'm
checklist.
sorry, what was the last one?
It's habit stacking.
Okay, what is that?
It's a technique where you pair a new habit with
have
an
to read the
existing
book.
one. So yeah, you got to read
Right? Don't tell her anymore. You have to read the book.
What?
You pair a new habit with an existing one.
Okay. Yeah.
So if, let's just say, in the morning, I brush my teeth every morning. So I'm going to add, I love myself to I brush my teeth.
Okay.
Something simple, like
Right, yeah.
add something to that habit.
I'm looking forward to it. And I like that we're doing a book club. So definitely,
And it
this
goes-
is one of our books for the book club.
What I liked about that has the systems in it is that it'll give you a whole different perspective of how to accomplish certain things that you might be struggling with, that you're like, why can't I get there? Or, or you're just like dreading to start something. And you're like, and it gives you like a totally different perspective. And it does talk about like the little systems.
Well, you just said right now, why can I get there? But here's the thing. Let's say there's something that you want to do. I'm just going to make something up. Let's say you want to go hiking in some big mountain, right? Okay, fine. And you're like, why can I get
In
there?
Florida? No.
I know. Okay, let's say you want to do surfing. You want to go surfing in Hawaii. night, right? I'm just making something up. And you're like, oh, it's never going to happen.
Go walking.
Or whatever. Okay. You may not necessarily get exactly to Maui and do the surfing, but you may go surfing in California.
Yeah.
And you learned how to surf. So you may not get exactly what you want, but you get pretty darn close. And that's good enough.
Yeah.
That brings me so much
And
joy.
that's like that vision, that when we're saying that those things that you're programming your brain, the vision board or whatever it is, words of affirmation, it could be surfing in Melbourne. That's here in Florida. If you live in Florida, right?
Yeah.
It's recognizing that opportunity came across.
Yeah.
Like you got the opportunity, somebody came across with it, or you found it yourself, or whatever it is, it came along and you got it right.
Yeah.
It may not be
the
Hawaii.
The book helps you to take away like that whole pressure of like, I want to lose 20 pounds or I want to walk 10 miles. You know, it takes away that pressure because it gives you a different way to think about it. So I think that was my big takeaway. So it's a good book. So I'm looking
excited
forward
to read it.
I'm excited.
I am too.
Me too. I'm looking
So
forward to
what's a word? I think all of us should end this beautiful show by saying a word that we want to focus for 2025 for ourselves personally. So if you don't mind, Deibys, what's one word that you want to start incorporating for 2025 in your personal life?
I think I'm going to do discipline because I tend to, fall off of things, like I'll set my goals and then I get sidetracked or whatever. So, and I've done vision boards, but I haven't put them directly in somewhere where I see every day. So I'm going to do that. And I feel the discipline is the key for me that's going to keep me accountable for doing these things. I have to have the discipline to keep on track. It's like that feeling that you're feeling at the moment and you're motivated. You have to remind yourself of that feeling when you're not feeling motivated to keep going. And that's where I think that discipline comes in. So for me, that's that. And I kind of want to change my word quarterly. I feel like maybe quarterly I'm going to change my word. So I kind of am pressuring myself slightly to not master, but accountable. I guess that should be another word for me. Keep myself accountable for the discipline. And then that way I could feel like, you know what? I've been doing this. I've been mastering this discipline word for myself. I'm going to change it now. 3 months.
That's a good one, Deibys.
I wanted to show you this because this is what I found today because I like this guy. He's a Navy SEAL. You guys have probably heard him. Like he does motivational speaking and he wrote a book called Discipline Equals Freedom.
Yeah.
He's a Navy SEAL, Jocko.
Hold on.
I like him.
Yeah.
But you said that and it's so funny because this was like
I think I just misspelled that. Discipline equals freedom?
Discipline equals freedom.
Equals freedom. That's nice.
And Maritza, care to share your word?
Mine is pretty similar. It's focus. I want to focus on myself more this year. I get really distracted, being a mom and a wife. I tend to put other people before me. And I do have goals and things that I want to accomplish this year. So I really want to focus on those things and focus on myself more.
Okay. Jess, what about you?
This word just keeps following me. It sounds really simple and probably, doesn't make sense, but I'm gold. Like I turned 50 this year. Oh, yep. I turned 50 this year. And my parents, their 50th anniversary also
Congratulations.
Wow.
That's beautiful.
That's a milestone for my parents.
Absolutely.
And
Absolutely. You know
I'm
what?
gold, baby.
Let's do the applause to your parents. 50 years.
I just feel like I see that color. I see that color everywhere I go.
Yeah.
It follows me.
And we wore gold in our Christmas
That's
pictures.
right.
Yeah.
And
It is
gold is
following
50.
you.
So I don't know, but
I like it.
I feel like it's, to me, it just means really quick. It just means like, I have so many people pulling at me left and right at home and, with my kids, my husband and other projects. And I just feel like it's just a reminder of like, keep shining your light. Don't let anybody dim your light.
Yeah. Stay
And-
gold, pony boy.
Stay gold. Stay gold.
Stay gold.
I like that. I like that. I like that.
love
That's
that.
awesome. I love that. I love that.
Well, Mo, it's your turn. What's up, Monica? What's your word?
For me, it's resilience. Yeah.
Good. That's a good one.
Want to get into why?
No.
No.
I don't.
I love
okay.
how she's just like, no.
No, this is just my
But
word.
that's a great word.
Yeah.
But it's a good word. It's a powerful word.
It's a powerful word. I guess I don't know if I have one word, but it's more like I want to finish what I start. So I don't really know if there's a word
what's
for that.
Let's think about it.
I have a tendency to start things that I'm very passionate about and then I don't finish them. There's several reasons why I do that. But I definitely want to finish my goals goals or the goals that I start for myself and not stop them and then be like, oh, I'll get to it when I get to it, because then I don't. And one of them is I started writing a memoir about my mother's life, which I won't get into too many details, but I stopped writing it. And there's reasons why I stopped writing it. And I'm kind of like, Jasmin, you need to finish the book. Mm-hmm. And there's other things I do too that are like, I get very passionate about doing things and then I stop midway and I don't know why I do that. I do that a lot. So I'd like to fix that.
Be a finisher.
I feel
you're
like
going to be a finisher.
I hope so.
Diligence?
Is that what the word is? Diligence? I learned something new. What is the meaning of diligence?
You're a finisher.
See, I feel like
you're a finisher. You cross the line. You're going to cross the line and you're a finisher.
So. That's something I've been really passionate about, but I didn't know what the word was for that.
You're not going to be a DNF. A DNF in a race is somebody who did not finish.
Did not finish.
So a DNF, you're not going to be a DNFer.
No,
you're a finisher.
Oh, no.
Thank
Maybe that's
you.
not the right word.
No.
I feel
finisher.
like discipline would be your word, because I feel like I chose that word for myself because I feel exactly how you just said. I set goals and I do these things and then I don't know why I don't finish them.
Okay.
So I feel like the discipline is what's going to keep my ass in check.
So I guess it's the same word. Yeah,
Maybe,
I agree
yeah.
with you. Yeah.
See what discipline means?
Yeah.
No. Discipline.
Yeah, I feel like, consistent.
You're consistent.
Can be one.
Completely.
A completer.
A completer. I want to be
finisher.
I want to be a completer.
Yeah.
I want to complete what I
Complete.
start.
That can be a word.
The book. Complete the book.
Yeah, I just want to be disciplined and complete the shit I start.
I want to finish the shit.
I need to finish that shit.
And people
guys.
are listening.
But I like that idea to change the words quarterly.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
idea. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Thank you. I'm glad you guys liked it.
Well, to our listeners, 2025 is a year full of hope and possibilities. Please believe in yourself.
Sorry, I just saw a word for you. I just got excited.
Did you want
a closer?
A closer. I like it. That's it. You want to be a closer.
a closer?
I'm a closer. Mic drop.
Closer.
Rewind.
Yes. We found a word for Jasmin.
What is it?
You're a closer,
You're a
baby.
closer.
Oh,
Yeah.
I like it.
Closer.
That's
the
a good one.
closer.
I'm a
closer.
closer. And we're your accountability partners.
And to our listeners, we invite you to pick a word for your year, and you can change it quarterly too.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
Let
that's
us
a great
know on the
idea, Deibys.
Instagram.
Yes,
Leave
tag us.
comments.
Leave comments.
You guys
Let us
don't know how
what your
much
word
that
is.
means to us when we read
The world.
Yeah.
The world.
reviews and your words, or DMs.
Yeah.
Send it to us.
And I can't wait to see who's the winner of the Atomic Habits
I
book.
know.
Yes.
First to leave a comment.
First, leave a comment.
Get
we
out
really
there.
appreciate you guys more than you know. And we're trying to improve because we only want to get better because we appreciate you. And we want you to keep coming back and recommend us. And I hope we get there. We will get there.
We will get there.
So we're going to be wrapping it up now. Remember to believe in yourself, to be positive, do the vision board. It's not cheesy. It's so powerful. And I also want to thank Jessica because she gave us the most beautiful gift. And if you don't mind, Jessica, I would love for you to read it so our listeners can also feel like you're giving that gift to them too.
This is from Marianne Williamson. Our deepest fear is not that we are inadequate. Our deepest fear is that we are powerful beyond measure. It is our light, not our darkness, that most frightens us. We ask ourselves, who am I to be brilliant, gorgeous, talented, fabulous? Actually, who are you not to be? You are a child of God. Your playing small does not serve the world. There is nothing enlightened about shrinking so that other people won't feel insecure around you. We are all meant to shine as children do. We were born to make manifest the glory of God that is within us. It's not just in some of us, it's in everyone. And as we let our own light shine, we unconsciously give other people permission to do the same. As we are liberated from our own fear, our presence automatically liberates others.
That was beautiful.
That's beautiful. Thank you, Jess.
Thank you for the gift, Jessica. She put it in a nice frame and she gave each one of us
Really nice. Very thoughtful.
one to keep. Yes.
All right,
Thank you.
guys. Here's
Thank
to
you.
2025. May God bless you all. Have a great, happy new year. Y hasta la próxima.
Thank you for listening. Make sure to subscribe to our show so you don't miss an episode.
We will be dropping an episode every 2 weeks.
Oh, yeah. No, seriously. Subscribe now.
So just chill to the next episode. Follow us on Insta and TikTok